I've been off dating apps at this point for over a year, and I can't see myself really going back one because, like, the energetics of that. I don't think my husband is, like, sitting on his couch right now with a double chin, sending the same opening line to a bunch of bitches. Like, I just don't think that's it. But I also have a lot of really great things that we can rate together that solidified my decision to not go back. We're going to start strong with this one. I'm going to give this a solid, like, 6.5 out of 10 because, you know what? I felt the enthusiasm. I really felt like he meant that, you know?
Something you're passionate about, finding a gorgeous MILF such as yourself and politely offering some young love. And they say that romance is dead, right guys? But welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Love to have you here. Please drop a like and subscribe on your way to cover some 304s hosted by your 4,000-year-old pal and his demigod dog, and my mommy powers, and some winner jokes thrown in here and there for color. So welcome back, guys. Let's get started with this woman having a terrible experience on the dating apps, asking whether or not her husband is out there with a double chin swiping through bitches, quote unquote, on dating apps. And the answer is her husband, guys, is probably married to some woman that is actually worth it. Yeah, that's probably where your husband is. But let's continue, guys. Let's see some of the replies that this woman is getting.
And it also reminded me that I needed to update my age parameters on the dating apps. Would like to also offer up that I am not a mother and I was 33. Next one up, a little aggressive for my taste. I'm going to go 4 out of 10. The trash emoji was a nice touch. But hey, I mean, like...
So for those of you not watching, this guy says, if you aren't willing to be a stay-at-home mom for your kids, you aren't worth my time. And the touch of the emoji of throwing garbage into the bin. Fantastic, guys. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. I mean, God forbid men are a bit honest, right? So what did she say? Look at her reply.
Okay, so I'm going to go 4 out of 10. The trash emoji was a nice touch. But hey, I mean, like, at least it's a man that knows what he wants. Yeah. 2 out of 10. Rage bait.
So this one said, less makeup, please. Green flags I look for. Less makeup, please. And she says, 2 out of 10. Rage bait. No, what is the rage bait? And why are you awake at 2 at 2:30 in the morning? Madam, you need to take care of your sleep schedule, right? Coming from a guy who sleeps 4 hours on average. But look, God forbid men are honest, right? The moment you're honest, guys, the moment you have like one demand, I want kids, I want stay-at-home mom, I want less makeup. No, it's nothing flies. Nothing flies, guys. You're not able to want anything at all.
2 out of 10. Rage bait. This one's 7 out of 10. Okay, period, Noah. Although grammatically incorrect, so I'm having a hard time believing the millionaire part.
Okay, so this guy said, damn, you're switching them too fast.
I'm believing the million.
You are gorgeous. I'm a millionaire. Please give me a chance to treat you like a queen and traveling around the world. Noah. Is this the same Noah, guys, that had the ark? And this is why he's like, oh, do you want to travel around the world in my ark? No, Noah, it's not passing. Also, yeah, you did. No, no millionaire is out there texting 30-plus-year-olds, telling them, hey, I'm a millionaire. Please give me a chance. That's what millionaires do, right? Please, please give me a chance, please. Dang it.
In our part. This one, 3 out of 10. Like, okay, period.
The way to win me over is you probably won't.
Good forward. You like to be chased. You're trying to find your prince. Say less. It's the...
Yeah, no, women just straight up go to calling you gay the moment you say you...
Chased.
You won't impress a man. Hey, you're doing this bitchy behavior all the time, ladies. But when a man does it, oh, you're gay guy, right? We want to find your prince. No, he's just probably tired of you women being so entitled and arrogant little 304s, and that's why he put it there. Because nobody takes you seriously anymore. Neither should we.
You're trying to find your prince. Say less. It's the use of emojis here, I think, that really takes this to a 4 out of 10. It's giving you live in your mom's basement, but like the sweating emoji, why are we embarrassed? You know, just own it. I fear that is but a very small fraction of what I have accumulated over the years. So if you're on the dating apps, like, Godspeed, stay safe out there. Couldn't be me though.
Okay, bye. You won't be missed. Because you're 30 now and there's other 20-year-olds. Attractive woman, right? Not my type, but attractive. And she's 30-something. Like when she was 20, really attractive woman. A lot of men will want to be with her. But she's 30 and single. Can't imagine why. That's what happens when you overplay your hand. But now, guys, let's move on to a really attractive woman, right? For some reason, guys, I find this woman very attractive. I mean, not for some reason. She is attractive, right? But she's my type. Like, these very dark eyes. Hell yeah. I mean, just remove the nose piercing and we're already there. Very attractive. But she's run through and I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. But in another universe, guys, me and this woman are married. And we are, like, sitting at a tree branch, you know, sitting there and looking at the sunset. Not in this universe, though, and she's probably run through. Let's check it out.
Okay, so recently I went on a date with this guy. We have met like a few times and he invited me over for dinner. So I was really excited and, you know, I got dressed up, put makeup on, you know, blow dried my hair, and I put on a cute little outfit and I was like, okay, I looked into the mirror and I was like, okay, this is the vibe. I thought I was looking really good, you know, sexy, good. And I thought I looked good, actually, yeah. So I reached to his place and we hug and we sit down. And the first thing he says is, wow, you look so exhausted. Like, are you okay? You look so exhausted. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Like, I spent an hour straightening my hair, blow drying it and everything.
Blow dry me. But that's not like an insult. The dude was probably just concerned, right? Also, she does look exhausted. I would rather say sleepy. She does look sleepy. And I love that. I love that about her. I also love these canine teeth. I love this shit, guys. I also have like canine teeth. Ampu also has canine teeth, right? But I love this shit, I know. I swear I like the weirdest things about women. But it's alright. I also like the eyes. It's like you're looking into the void. Beautiful eyes. Beautiful woman, guys. Wanna kiss her on the forehead. But let's continue with her date.
And I like tried to play it cool.
Apologies to pause it again. It's just funny to me that here in the corner I have suggested videos. And one is called #InsecurePeople. This is how you know you triggered their inner insecurity. She also has another one here. Jealousy says more about them than about you. 3 signs you are attractive. 3 signs you are chopped. When you realize the world doesn't need to understand that you're attractive. I mean, I think you're the one that's insecure, right? You're making another TikTok about insecure people and how you trigger their insecurity. But this one guy made one comment that you look rather exhausted because he was concerned. And now you're making a 2-minute TikTok video about it, right? The irony, guys. These women won't catch the irony even if it hits them in the face.
I was like, I thought maybe he meant it sweetly, you know? But after 5 minutes, and I'm not making this up, I swear to God, he said to me, I think your stomach is sticking out a little bit. It was flat before. Maybe it's the cycle of the month. And I was like, what? I looked at him like, what are you saying? Like, and then I just laughed awkwardly and I said, yeah, maybe I'm pregnant. I do not know what to say at that time. It was so awkward. Anyways, the entire dinner vibe was killed. So my question is, why do men say things like this? Like, you invite a girl over and she comes in looking cute, you know, she puts in the effort and you just kill the vibe. And I'm like thinking about my stomach the entire night.
Oh no. Someone called police, guys. The vibe has been unalived. We need to do an investigation. But there you go. A bit insecure, right? Now, why do men say this? Honestly, I think the guy is just a bit more direct than usual. Because he said, maybe it's that time of the month. Because women do get bloated, right? With all the hormones and bullcrap. Maybe you're just bloated that day. Right? I don't think he said it as in, oh, you're fat, because this woman is not fat, right? I don't know, maybe dude is just direct. But women just get in their heads. They have... Talk about what was the fragile masculine ego or something like this. When it's women who are like extremely fragile, guys, you say one thing and now she's going to be thinking about it the whole night. I tell you what, You get into a relationship with this woman, and she'll create problems out of everything you say. It's just every word that rubs her the wrong way. Now you have a 3-day appointment scheduled to fix problems like you're Bob the Builder. But she's very attractive, guys. Oh, she's so sweet. Look at the hair, just so beautiful, guys. And those eyes, my hill. I'm gonna like take a screenshot and put her like a cover on my phone. Women are so attractive, guys. If they were good people, the world would be such a beautiful place, right? But we can only dream of. Okay, let's move on to another one. This one is also butthurt, guys, because she is one of the women who got kicked for saying that Charlie Kirk deserved what he got. Okay, let's see.
The same people who went out of their way to get people like me fired for our opinions about Charlie Kirk are now laughing at us for not having jobs. You quite literally spammed our employers and demanded that we be punished for having opinions that hurt your feelings. And now that we actually lost our jobs because of it, you're telling us to get a job. Maybe you should have left our employers alone in the first place because you're the reason we don't have one. And
yeah, you see that was the whole point. Oh, if you wanted me to have a job, you shouldn't have made it so I don't have one. No, that was the point. See, you're not getting it. You shouldn't have a job, especially if you're like in a governmental job and you're making these... It's not even a political statement. It's just a psycho statement.
even if we did get another job tomorrow, you'd just try to dox us again the next time we said something you didn't like. And because that demented orange you voted for is doing such a fantastic job right now, I'd like to remind you that there are more unemployed people in this country than there are job openings. So this mass doxing campaign didn't just ruin lives, it made things infinitely worse for people who were just trying to survive and make an honest living. So before you...
You know who else was just trying to survive, making an honest living? I'll let you think about that one. You're kind of dull, you probably won't get it. But yeah, just try to think of who else was just minding his business, being an absolutely fantastic human being, coming from a place of honesty, and someone decided to aggressively terminate his life. And then you got up all happy about it, posting TikToks, rejoicing it. But now you're mad at the people who are happy because you lost your job. Think about losing your life. Which one do you think sucks more?
Tell someone to just get a job, maybe remember you're the one who advocated for them to lose it. This is the same group of people who call us snowflakes and the same group of people who say words are just words. The same people.
Yeah, because you're the same people who have been canceling people for a decade, right? This is the group of people who will cancel you if you think that there are two genders, or if you say that feminism sucks. I mean, probably just me saying that already doomed this video, right? Like, you are the people who invented cancel culture, but now that we do this one time, it's one time that we do it, and they're all up in arms. Also, she says, oh, everything you disagree with, you're gonna get me cancelled. No, there's actually like a load of things you can say and nobody will be upset because it's just your opinion, but you took it a step further with this whole Charlie Kirk thing. Like, you took it a step further.
People who excuse racism and hate speech under free speech until it's someone speaking against MAGA. The same people perfectly content contributing $500,000 to a GoFundMe for a white woman who called a little boy the N-word. You can't claim to be the party of free speech while destroying people's livelihoods for using theirs.
So, I don't know if you know the story about this absolute chat of a woman that said the N-word to a boy. Yeah, just don't steal things, alright? Stop fucking stealing. Absolute chat of a woman, guys. I love that story. If I was living in America, I will absolutely fund this woman, guys. Hell yeah. It's fantastic. Okay. But let's move on to our articles, guys. Let me know what you think about the cancel culture and about these people. But they just love being victims, guys. They've been canceling people for over a decade. Yeah? But the moment, guys, the moment you do it once, when they way overstep their boundaries, oh, they hate it. But guys, even though you may be unaware, I had to pause the video. I did use some of my mommy powers to manipulate time, but I actually got my pizza delivered. Had to pause it, darn it. And I just cracked a Monster Green, guys. A green Monster. And later I'm gonna go listen to some Skrillex. How about that one? And My Chemical Romance as well. I'm just so edgy with the Monster, guys. But do you like Monster? Is the topic of today. Now, I just found out zero sugar. Ew. Why does everything zero... Hot take, right? But why does everything no sugar taste like absolute jack shit? I've never tried something that tastes decent with no sugar. I cannot think of, like, maybe Red Bull. And it's still like a downgrade, absolute downgrade from the sugar version. I know it's healthier and all that shit, but look, dude, if I'm gonna have an energy drink, it's because I want to die sooner. I don't need the healthier version of an energy drink. That's like having, I don't know, you don't go to McDonald's for something healthy, right? It's like McDonald's offering you Coke Zero. Look, if you want to be so healthy, just don't be in McDonald's to begin with. It's just everything zero sugar, guys. Tastes like absolute jack shit. Damn it. But anyway, let's move on. And the reason why I got it, oh, Hiran, why do you get it if you think it's jack shit? I didn't know it's with zero sugar. I thought it's like a normal sugar, you know, filled with cancer Monster, but now it's zero sugar. Darn it. And also White Monster tastes like shit. I see so many memes. I'm getting into this whole bit of Monster, but I'm seeing so many memes of like White Monster and people loving it so much. Maybe it's in my country, but White Monster tastes like semen. It's just so fucking bad. Not that I will know, but okay, it tastes like shit. It just tastes so fucking bad. Who likes White Monster, honestly? Okay, let's move on. Editor, dude, it's the third time you're making this mistake in the last 4 videos. Okay, does dating actually change when you reach 30? Male 35. Got out of a relationship in December since we couldn't agree on kids. I won them, and we didn't establish this early on based on circumstances. I was 31 when we met and broke up when I was 34. When we first broke up, I was excited since I thought now that I'm in my mid-30s, I can finally find more serious dating partners. I didn't take dating as seriously as I do now in my 20s. I was fine dating someone as long as it meant that we could have fun and mess around. Yeah, well, that's sort of a recipe for disaster. I'm not gonna say it in any other way. I was just dating to see how it happens. Dude, if you lead your life being a leaf blown by the wind, you're gonna end up in a bad place. Met partners exclusively through online dating. Now, I both do online dating and try in the wild. I do partner dance lessons every single day to try and meet someone, but I'm kinda shocked. It feels like a lot of the women I meet still don't know concretely what they want out of a relationship. Wow, very surprising, eh guys? I bet you're shocked as well. It feels like it's mostly still a casual game. The only difference now is that I'm not trying to blur the line between casual and serious. I'm just trying serious, and it means I don't get laid like I used to. Wow. Can somebody bring an artist to color me fucking shocked? It turns out, guys, I know this is news to you, but it turns out the more serious you are, the less women you get. And the less serious you are, the more they spread their legs. Because again, women reward and incentivize you being a jackass. It's like the less you care. If you could view women as just pure objects for your satisfaction, they'll spread their legs like crazy. They love that shit. That's why they're demonic, right? Because they just incentivize all the bad things. Is there a different strategy that I should employ now that I'm older? Oh, so now you're thinking about strategy when you're 35. Men have more time than women, but if you go your whole life without knowing what the fuck you're doing, this is how you end up. You're 35, you've no idea about women, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what's happening, and you're now about to find out. And you're gonna find out what dating has become, like a cold fist rammed through your a-hole while you're sleeping. That's how you're gonna, that's the experience and how it's gonna feel now that you haven't paid any attention. Dude's been living under a cave, guys, through his whole life. Let's read the first comment. With 180 upvotes. This is the thing, there is no such thing as serious. First, second, third date. They're all casual until they decide they want to be exclusive. Yeah, well, if I need my dating partner to specify that she's exclusive, I'm already out of there. Like, before she mentions I'm actually exclusive, I got the hint and I'm already out of there, and I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. The people who need to specify that this is exclusive, yeah, body count in the triple digits for sure. You can date as intentionally as you want, but that doesn't mean you get to skip the stages of dating. Love at first sight doesn't exist. Love grows over time. Just like my wiener, guys. But now let's move on to the second one. 22, male, virgin, never had touched even a single girl in my life. I'm so effed up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't have even a single female friend. I'm not desperate to be wanted by girls or have S3X with them, but still it's my age to explore. I want to feel love, connection, bond with the other gender too. Take a load of this guy. He wants love. Connection, guys. In the year 2025. Get out of here. I want to get those feelings. I also have one problem. I don't know how to talk with them online, like on dating apps. I get a lot of matches on dating apps, but still I can't trust them enough to talk to them and end up getting unmatched because I never talk to them in fear of getting rejected. I don't have any skills to talk with them and impress them because I never had any experience on how to talk to them. Please give me some advice. How can I impress someone and have a genuine girlfriend in my life? Well, you're probably never going to have a genuine girlfriend in your life, but let's still give out some advice, right? Because look, guys, I don't want to turn people away from dating if that's what they want, right? I don't want to be the dark hand guys hiding in the shadows, pulling away people from chasing happiness. I'm just here to tell you that the thing you're chasing, and you call it happiness, is probably a big mountain of shit. That's what probably you're chasing, right? And you should be aware of that. If you want to date, date. If you want to hit on women, hit on women. If you want to go on the dating apps, hey, feel free to do so. If you want to get married to a woman you don't even know, congratulations. Just be aware of what you're getting into. But if you don't know how to talk to women, I know, just start talking to them. Start talking to the cashier, right? There's no pressure. She's kind of forced to talk to you because she's customer experience. I know, just tell her something that's not weird. Ask her about the price of something so you can get, starting to get used and how the dynamic works. Just test out with like cashiers and people who perform other services, and then when you can escalate into other things more than talking about the shop. Maybe ask one of the cashiers, say that you like something about how they're dressed or something. Don't push it too far because now you're in jail, but just step by step, and then you're going to learn how to talk with women. Also, why don't you get a female friend from like a game or something, and then you can tell her, hey, I'm finding it hard to talk. Do you mind if we practice or something? I don't know. Does that work? But anyway, guys, moving on from that advice, because that advice probably won't help a lot of people, since most people watching this channel are absolute studs that just get women impregnated with their eyes. So this advice is not very helpful for you. But I wanted to address something else that is one of the main talking points I had. And it's that you cannot even talk to women nowadays, right? And I initially wanted to talk about this in another episode, but hey, now that the article is written about this, let's talk it, guys. Now, I'm very good at talking with women, right? Not only because I'm smart and intelligent and I have but also because I used to practice. Like, I used to talk to a lot of women when I was younger, and most of it was through games. I just played games, I was around when Facebook became a thing, and I don't know, you're playing some game, you're adding people, both men and women, you start talking with them, and you just have conversations with people. You're just talking to people, guys, from all across the world. I literally learned English just by playing games and talking with people. And I will say something very grammatically wrong, and they will correct me. And that's how I got to socialize, talk to people. You could also like go to the park and randomly just start talking to people. We used to do that crap, remember? But now the whole thing's changed. Where now, if you're giving advice on someone on how to talk to women, you have to resort to the cashier because she's forced there, you know. But if you go and talk to a woman in the park, I don't know, is it gonna work? I remember, guys, when I went to Paris, I went to the Eiffel Tower. There was a woman there standing, and I literally just approached her and talked to her. I was like 12 around that time. I just went there and talked to her, you know. But nowadays, if I do it nowadays, nah, she's probably gonna give me a weird look and get out of there because she's thinking that I want to impregnate her. If she's attractive, she's probably gonna talk to me. If she's attracted to me, she's probably gonna talk to me. If she's not attracted to me, she's gonna dismiss me. Like, long on other days where you could just talk to people, you know. I know, do you relate to that? I've had so many experiences. The other day, I texted an old female. Geez, I always forget. Classmate, there you go. An old female classmate, because one of my pals was actually interested in her, and I said, okay, I can say hi, and then I can get you two to know each other. And I said hi, and she ghosted and never replied. like, you little bitch, I'm not interested in you, right? You fucktard. I just wanted to set you up with someone who was interested in you. But she doesn't even know what I'm going to say, right? But it's like, I don't know, women don't care. I don't know, guys, maybe it's my experience. Please do let me know if you're finding this the same. Maybe it does depend on your age group or things like this. But I've noticed that a lot of the friendships I had, if I hit them up nowadays, if they're a man, they'll reply. Like, hey, bro, how you doing? How's life been treating you? But if it's a woman, they don't reply. I don't know, maybe they're too full of themselves. Maybe they think I'm interested, or I don't know, you just can't even talk, guys. Going to the gym and talking to women is dangerous now. Talking to them at the bar or at the coffee shop is now also, it can be weird. You can get like weird looks. If the woman decides to embarrass you publicly, you're gonna have to suffer through that. And not even like online connections, right? Not even like online connections where in the past it was just so easy. There was no discernment between men and women. If I don't know, started talking to Shadow Slayer /99, if it turned out to be a woman, we're gonna have the same conversation as if it was a man, right? You could just talk to people. But nowadays, there's such a big divide. If you speak to a man, it's like, hey, bro, how are you doing? If you speak to a woman, yeah, she's ghosting you. She's never replying back. She never cares. I know, you cannot even say hi to them. Lord, what world are we living in? And you see that there are a lot of men who aren't as attractive to the point where they attract women without even needing to talk. And they're finding it hard because they don't have this training of just speaking with women, dude, of just being friends with them, right? Friendships are like also suffering due to this whole dating stuff because you cannot have genuine connections with women. Now it's all interest. Again, women don't want to have friends for the same reason. They may not be sexually interested in you. They're not sexually interested in you because they have 300 other guys who they can be sexually interested in. And it's the same thing with friendships. Women don't want to be your friend because they have 400 other men they could be friends with. I need to drink some gibberish monster because my voice is dry. Drier than the desert is my throat. But we're going to end it in a while, guys. Yeah, they don't want to have friends for the same reason. Women are just full of themselves. They have so many people there. You can wish them happy birthday and they're probably not going to reply. They're full of themselves and they have 1,000 options and they don't care about anything any longer. They've lost all sense of what connections used to be. Now it's only interest for them. Am I interested in this guy? If I'm not, right to the shitter. If I am, I'm going to pursue him. This one man out of 500. It's all going to shit, really. Not only relationships, friendships, just human interaction, you know. But well, nothing new under the sun, guys. Please do let me know what you think about this topic, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.